we're back today on our walks as we had a little hiatus last week from an amazing VBS, a busy week. We saw 20 kids saved, 100 of kids or so here at the church. It was just an amazing time seeing God work in the life of children. And I thought today, based on last week and some thoughts that God gave me, I'd give you this thought today for your summers, parents. How are you allowing Christ to impact your children this summer? You know, what's interesting is we can be so intentional about our plans, vacations, camps, schedules for our kids, because for working parents, we've got to get them shuffled off to somewhere because school's not in session. And you know, we have a lot of activities and things, and we have to be real intentional with all those aspects of our lives because they can be consuming. But what is your plan this summer for Christ to impact your kids? You know, the thing about summer, there's more time than ever to impact your kids. The schedule does slow down, even though it's different. It can slow down. Your evenings, bedtimes don't have to be quite as rushed because they don't need quite as much sleep. You don't have homework and tests and all the things of school that it brings each and every night. So let me ask you this. How are you utilizing that extra time, not just for rest and vacation, but how are you utilizing that extra time to allow Christ to impact your children this summer? What are they reading beyond required school reading that will allow them to grow in their faith? How are you as parents using this extra time to allow Christ to be the center of your home? It's just an interesting thought. I've been thinking about it for our family as well. You know, VBS, Shiloh had an amazing week, was impacted in so many ways. Same for Charlie, although he's a little younger. But then I thought this week, you know, we're on a normal schedule. What are we doing? How are we planning Christ to be a huge part of this summer for our children? So some examples I might give you. Maybe you slow down at bedtime, and perhaps rather than whatever you normally do for bedtime, maybe the stories become Christ-centered stories or Bible readings. Maybe the prayers are just a little more extended, teaching your children how to pray. Maybe before bedtime, you try family devotions or worship at least once or twice a week. Perhaps dinner times become a little more slow and they actually have a chance for you to discuss faith with your children. Maybe you want to give your kids a reading plan this summer that not just includes their school books, but perhaps includes some easy chapters of the Bible that they might like and engage with. I don't know what it looks like. I really don't. I don't have the master plan. I'm going to be looking at resources. If you'd like connection to resources, I'll be more than happy to pass them along. But I just think, man, so many times we can waste a summer on a lot of great things, a lot of memory building type things. But are those memories not just tied to our families and good times? Are those memories tied to our faith in Jesus Christ? So I pray, just like last week with VBS, you'd be intentional with your summers. I pray you allow your children to embrace their faith each and every week. And that ultimately, God would use the summer as a powerful time of transformation in the life of your children, because there's extra time. There's time to do it. And I think God could use it in some amazing ways if we'll just put a little bit of thought into it. So I'm praying for you as you parent. And listen, if you're getting this and you're not a parent, I would say the same for you. Summer traffic eases up. Work tends to be a little different. How are you utilizing the summer to impact your faith as well? So that may not hit everybody that's tuning into this, but I pray it hit some of you. And ultimately, the word about intentionality is going to be a key theme throughout these videos. How are we being intentional with the time that God has given us? So I pray that you'll be intentional this summer in your faith with Jesus Christ.